trustworthy, reputable, honest. These words are the foundation we build our family-owned and operated business on. Small town, small business, trying to make it big. This is Doylestown's Gold. Hello, my name is Greg Glemser, and I'm one of the owners of Doylestown Gold Exchange and Jewelers with my father-in-law Saul and my brother-in-law Kyle. I'm proud to be a lifelong resident of the Doylestown area. Doylestown is a great little town between Philadelphia and New York, and it's the county seat of this great Bucks County. Sometimes when I sit back and think about growing up in this area, I really begin to realize what a great area this is and a great place to raise my family. We hope that with this show to show you some of the great people, some of the great businesses, and the great culture in our own backyard that sometimes that we don't know is there. Today we found some real gold in Doylestown business leaders Ron Isgate and Todd McCarty. They recently purchased the historic Doylestown Inn, and they're currently doing some major renovations to bring the staple of Doylestown into the 22nd century. They're going to show us what's happening now and what's going to be happening in the future. And later on in our show, we're going to be showing a video montage of the Central Bucks Rotary's first annual pub walk for charity through the historic streets of Doylestown. This young club is making a very big difference in our local community, so we're going to find out and show you some of Doylestown's gold. All right, so now we're on our way to the historic Doylestown Inn. Good buddy of mine and his partner bought it about a year ago now. And everybody knows the Doylestown Inn. It was kind of the focal point of Doylestown. I know my parents and their friends used to go to the bar there called the Jug in the Wall, I think, or the Jug in the Hole. I remember my early 20s going there downstairs to the basement. And, it's been a staple for the community for many years. Used to have a bar and a restaurant. And over the past few years, someone bought it, renovated it, ended up going bankrupt. And it was sold, and now the new owners are really trying to bring back what it was, putting in a new restaurant, bringing the bar down in the basement. The rooms are all rented out, some office spaces, so it's really exciting what they're doing. They're bringing back a real part of Doylestown that's not there anymore. So I'm looking forward to talking to them today, seeing what their vision is for the changes they're doing. We'll get to see some of the construction. Demolition right now, I think, is what's going on, is they're tearing through walls, clearing it out, and getting ready to do some great things that I think they're going to be excited about. And I think everybody in the Doylestown area that remembers the Doylestown Inn is going to be thrilled about. Because Doylestown over the years has grown with restaurants and bars, but going kind of old school, which I think is what they're doing. I think they're going to bring some character back and a uniqueness that's going to separate them from other businesses, and hopefully help them, get this place back on its feet. It's been a lot of years that it's been missing. All right, this is Greg Glemser, Doylestown Gold Exchange and Jewelers, here with Todd McCarty and Ron Isgate. We're at the historic Doylestown Inn. And what would you guys, is this a year? Basically, you guys bought it, right?
Coming up on a year. It was December 28th.
December 28th of last year, 2013. I've known Todd and Ron for a long time, and we're here to talk about them and some of the plans and see what's going on at the Doylestown Inn since they bought it, and what they're looking to do for it. So, Todd, so what do you do? I know you've lived in Doylestown your life, so what do you do for a living, and how did you get involved in this?
Got involved with this. I'm a realtor,
okay.
which you know.
Right.
But I've been working real estate with Cole Banker for the past 13 years. And I got involved with the inn. Started back when I tried to sell it to a client of mine.
Okay.
Walking past, we were looking at some commercial properties in Doylestown, and we walked past, and I said, "What is up with that place?" So,
right.
I started digging into it, and I actually called Ron to help dig up some history of what's going on and get me to the right person to talk to.
Okay.
Because my client did have some interest. Put the offer in with Ron's help, and the client basically just just said it was too much and said, too big of a project.
Right.
Not interested. From there, I think I showed it 2 or 3 more times. Just tried to sell it. I wanted to sell it.
Right. It's part of being a realtor. Yeah, nice sell.
It was like on the bucket list.
Right.
Just get it off the list. I sold the Doylestown Inn.
Right.
Well, I had such a fever for it. I think that I was getting frustrated that nobody wanted it. So I called Ron up. And I said, why don't we buy the inn? He goes, you're freaking crazy.
He basically hung up.
And he hung up. And then 15 minutes later, Ron called.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, so,
pretty wild.
And Ron, you're an attorney in town, right?
Yep,
Right.
Real estate and business attorney. But yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. We had a mutual client, it fell through, and after I hung up on Todd, about 15 minutes later, I just sat back in my chair and I was like, you know what, maybe that has some legs.
Right.
And then like 3 months after that, we went to closing.
Yeah, we kicked around ideas, strategies, planning for months and months and months. And finally we got it together. And it was, like you said, I guess, my first offer on the property, the offer we put in with the bank was February 2012.
Okay.
By the time we went under contract, I think it was that summer.
Late in the summer, yeah.
Like August, probably, that we went under contract.
So it was almost like from February till the end of the year that this was going on that whole time?
Yeah, we were negotiating with the bank, but the other thing that we wanted to do was work with the township, or with the borough. This has been such an odd building, the previous, issues with the building.
Right.
So we wanted to chat with the borough, because we wanted, obviously, this place was meant to have a bar and a restaurant.
Right,
So we had a chat with the borough all along the way, asking if they'd be behind it, because if the town's not behind it, what's it worth?
Right,
Not
right,
much.
exactly.
So
Right.
that also made it take a little bit longer, but we wanted to get every little duck in a row before we decided to sign our names in blood on the dotted line.
Right. Yeah, because once you're in.
Yeah, and surprisingly, the borough's been awesome.
Right.
We've had a really good support system with the community, the borough, everybody's behind us. So, the idea is just to bring this back to what it was. Yep.
All right, cool. Well, all right, let's take a look around and check out the Doylestown Inn. Oh, wow. Wow, man, they really did.
The wall here was our biggest issue. That was our biggest.
Because of the support for the whole building?
Yeah, that wall was really, it's a structural load-bearing wall, so that was our big issue, was getting, all that stuff from the load calculations, everything else, just because of that. So that was our biggest, that was the elephant in the room that we had to deal with.
Right.
It's going to be a bar here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
we'll have a little service bar that you can maneuver around.
It's nice seeing it taking shape.
Yeah, it's nice seeing it other than diagrammed. It's nice being able to see it.
Right. Now, when is the projected finish date for? Is it going to open in stages, or are you guys going to do everything at once? Hopefully.
Good question. Originally, we were all at once attitude.
Right.
But with things really motoring along and good stuff happening, it looks like this could be completed, without problem before the end of the year.
Oh, nice.
So we may be able to field some minor things, but we're looking for like a Valentine's Day, February-ish for the 2 bars and restaurants.
Okay.
So then we'll have a nice big grand opening.
So this is full steam ahead.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It's all of a sudden a lot of planning to.
Right. Yeah. You had 1 year of enjoying that you owned it, right? I guess now.
Yeah. There's one thing you got to give our builder, Daryl, is they really, no pun intended, he really dropped the hammer on it.
Right.
He's really moving along. Him and his guys are doing a phenomenal job.
Awesome.
Yeah, in 2 days alone, this has made a lot of progress.
Yeah. I mean, I was just here last week, and or a couple days ago. Yeah,
Were
2
you
days
here
ago.
for the rubble?
Yeah, Monday. I think.
Yeah,
I swung
yeah.
by. Yeah. No, they just started chipping away at that.
Yeah.
So is that a beam they put under there?
Yeah, that's a big, huge beam.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah. Good.
900 pounds a piece.
It's a giant welded beam, and then these structural supports go all the way down.
Did they put those in as well?
Yeah. So they had to put all of this in and shoot the steel all the way down to the basement foundation before they took out the wall. So once they got this in,
This beam.
you can see that there's,
Went all the way
stuff up
down.
there. Once that all got set, then they dropped the beams all the way down to the basement, and then once that was secured, that's when they started with the hammers and taking out the brick.
Wow. I was looking at the wood and I didn't even see the beams behind it.
Yeah. That's it was
How
something.
did they, would they carry them up here?
It was really funny to see Daryl and his guys carry.
Right.
it.
How many guys to take? It took.
I think it was 4 of them.
Yeah.
In varying stages, because it was about like a 750-pound piece of steel, and there's 2 of them.
I'm glad I was out sick that day.
Yeah.
That's why you had the baby now, right? Yeah. Perfect planning. Let's go we check out the first floor and then the jug. I wanna get my gold on the ceiling. It's alright, it's just a matter of time before you see us. It's alright, T-Town gold.
This is the original jug in the wall down here.
The jug in the wall. I think I was hanging out with somebody last night at the card exchange. Yeah, I mean everybody knows the jug in the wall.
As far as the height goes, the previous owner, one of the good things he did is he dug this floor out. So it's now we might have 9 foot-ish.
Right.
Before it was about a 7 foot tall. You remember coming in here?
Yeah, real
What you
made me
remember.
feel tall.
Yeah,
Made me feel good. And then this is going to be kind of a bar restaurant. Is it like a casual or more just
It's-
little?
No,
more,
yeah, we're sort of
so
playing
trying to
with it.
decide, right?
I think I think you're gonna find people being able to come in. I don't know. I think it's casual, smart casual.
Smart
casual.
That's the best way to say it.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll develop its own personality.
They might let my family in.
Right, yeah. It will let mine in, not with 4 kids.
It'll have
Well, Todd, thanks for bringing us through.
You got it.
As
Thanks,
always,
man.
Ron.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate for letting us come through and showing
Anytime.
the millions of viewers out there watching this program. It'll be here at the Doylestown Inn when it's done, and then hopefully we'll come back during construction.
Yeah.
Maybe come back when the big grand opening happens and really, I think it's great to see the bare bones of what it is now, because it's always cool before and after and see what's actually here. Sit down at the bar, have a drink, talk about all the headaches, the nights you cried going home, how many checks you wrote out.
That makes me cry.
Yeah, but in the end, I'm sure it's gonna be worth it bringing this back. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
Well, thanks again for coming out and checking out the inn. It's been quite the project for us since we've owned it. We're very excited for the restaurants that are going to be opening up, and for the upcoming year. It's going to be great.
Yeah, as Ron mentioned, a lot of exciting changes. Check us out. Go on our website for updates and what's to come. Doylestowninn.com. You can check us on Facebook as well. Give a call to book as well. You can go online or call at 215-345-6610. And
Thanks a lot.
again.
Well, I grew up in Doylestown. I lived here my entire life. We still have the house that we grew up in, and I met the majority of my friends here growing up, and I'm still close with a large amount of them. Love living in Doylestown. It's a nice town. I'm currently hoping and trying my hardest to buy a house, and pretty much I want to be in Doylestown. I'm working here, so if I want to be in this immediate area, this is where I want to be.
For myself, grew up in Doylestown. Went to Tamanin Middle School. Played football at Central Bucks East. Tailback, defensive back, Greg Glemser. Live locally, shop locally. Really concerned with our business. We just customer service and helping people in times of need if they're selling gold and silver, or the exciting time of selling an engagement ring, which is another big moment in somebody's life. So we're there, and with Saul and Kyle, you know, we're very, every day we see something different. Every customer has a story. There's some reason why they're with us and what they're bringing to us, the path of how those items came to us. So it's sometimes you're like a bartender. You're sitting here listening to problems, to good things, to bad things, who knows what, family, which we all deal with. So, you know, as being a gold exchange and jeweler, there's a lot more to it where you really have to be a listener sometimes. Instead of telling them what you're going to do or give them, a lot of times it's us sitting back and listening to what they're telling us.
Hi, I'm Saul. I'm Saul of the Gold Exchange at this point in life. I think that you've seen some of our videos. You know that Greg's my son-in-law, Kyle's my son, and I'm kind of the invisible partner. Becoming more visible, obviously, because I'm making this video. And that's Cody over there that you don't see behind the camera. He's shaking his head. He doesn't want to be, he wants to be invisible. So I was supposed to give my history here, my personal history.
I'm proud to say I'm a member of the Central Bucks Rotary, and on December 4th, we had our first annual pub walk for charity through the historic streets of Doylestown. This money was raised to benefit Ridgecrest Pediatric Services. With volunteer time from the members of our group and lumber donated from Weirungs, we built a pergola on the outside of the facility so these unfortunate disabled children had a place to go when it was sunny outside in the warm weather. With a lot of time dedicated and effort into this project, we were proud to do this, and this event raised the funds that needed to help put this all together. So as a young club, we're vibrant and we're being proactive to help the community in the local area. All right, outside Bobby Simone's just got done speaking with Patty, the Associate Director at Ridgecrest. You know, talking to her really brings home what this club is all about. It's about finding a project. It's about pulling together as a club, it's about raising funds, it's about volunteering time, and it's about making a difference for people that are in our area. And you know, speaking to her and seeing what this will do for the children at Ridgecrest, it really makes you feel good inside. It makes you feel good for these children that are going to get to, you know, do a simple thing, which is just going outside, enjoying some sun, which, you know, we all take for granted. But, you know, sometimes when you step back outside yourself, look what's going on around you in this world, and you can really appreciate what you have with your family, with your friends, with your business associates. And then when you can come together like that and put this project together very quickly and get some expert builders, a lot of volunteers, and put this pergola outside of this facility so that these children can come out in wheelchairs, come out there and sit and feel the fresh air, breathe it in, and really get a sense of being outside. It's amazing that, you know, that for them is a huge difference. For us, we take it, you know, for granted every day. So, you know, to talk to her and see what difference we have made for them, it makes me very proud as a Central Bucks Rotarian to be able to share that with her and share it with you. So we're going to continue on the tour. We're halfway done. We're down here at the alley at Bobby Simone's, decorated beautifully for the holiday season. I've only had a half a beer at each spot, so I'm not drinking them all, so I'm not going to be crawling back to Mom's for the finish. So we're going to head back down to the Penn Tap Room, Mosquito Grill, 86 West, and wrap it up at Mom's. So this is the first annual Pub Walk for Charity, Central Bucks Rotary. Oh, there's some Rotarians. Ho, ho, ho. There they are. Hey, there they are. All right. This is a BKWG acoustic version.
Ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is listening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here stays the new bird. He sings a love song that's real. go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. You're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. The face unafraid, the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland.
Woo! Yeah! All right! Woo! We thank you for watching our episode, and we're going to give you another little nugget that kind of blew us away. Her name is Sharon Dillon. She walked into our store. Next thing you know, she's picking up a guitar and playing a beautiful song. So if you think you have any gold that you want to show us, come on down to our store or reach out to us. But sit back and enjoy Sharon Dillon. Again, a little nugget that walked into our store and brightened up our day. See you next time. Thank you.
Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I heard was a song outside my window, and the traffic wrote the words. It came a-ringing up like Christmas bells, and wrapping up like pipes and drums. Oh, won't you stay? We'll put on the day, and we'll worry till the night comes. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I saw was the sun through yellow curtains and a rainbow on my wall. Blue, red, green, and gold to welcome you, crimson crystal beads to beckon. Oh, won't you stay? We'll put on the day. There's a sun show every second. When the curtain opens on a portrait of today, and the streets are paved with passers-by, and pigeons fly and papers lie waiting to blow away. Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I knew, there was milk and toast and honey, and a bowl of oranges too, and the sun poured in like butterscotch, and stuck to all my senses. Oh, won't you stay? We'll put on the day, and we'll talk in present tenses. When the curtain closes and the rainbow runs away, I will bring you incense owls by night, by candlelight, by jubilate, only you will stay. Pretty baby, won't you wake up? It's a Chelsea morning.
Well, thank you for coming out and checking out the inn. Let's start over. That's terrible.
Keep that part, if you just keep repeating.
At Doylestown Gold Exchange and Jewelers, we buy gold, silver, diamonds, and coins. With a graduate gemologist on staff, we also sell diamond engagement rings and fine jewelry at prices that are right for you. Learn more at doylestowngoldexchange.com.